After the release of Super Smash Bros. Melee in 2001, fans would be forced to wait 7 years before their favorite franchise would return to shelves. During this time, one of the greatest hype trains in gaming history would start to gain momentum. And during development, Smash creator Masahiro Sakurai was approached by a very important individual. Metal Gear Solid creator Hideo Kojima wanted Solid Snake to be included in the upcoming Smash game. And so, a few days after Nintendo's E3 2006 press conference, fans were treated to this Easter egg at the end of the Brawl reveal trailer. Snake was the first ever third-party character to be included in Smash, and with this announcement, speculation began immediately about who else might be included in the roster. Would Crash Bandicoot finally make his debut? Was it time for King K. Rool to make his return? How on earth would Sakurai incorporate Lightning McQueen into a fighting game? A year after Snake's announcement, the internet would break once again when two competing companies came together for the greater good: Sega and Nintendo. Two halves of a rivalry as old as video gaming itself would be collaborating to bring Sonic the Hedgehog into Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Sonic's the name, speed's my game.
When Brawl finally released on January 31st, 2008, the game boasted upgraded graphics, 37 playable characters, one of the greatest soundtracks of all time, and a not-so-revolutionary online mode which proved to be underwhelming. Nonetheless, Brawl would go on to sell 13 million copies worldwide, and was exactly the kind of experience that Sakurai had intended, a party game that everyone could pick up and play. Brawl also revamped the single-player experience by introducing a new adventure mode called Subspace Emissary, which incorporates side-scrolling elements, huge maps, and is fun from start to finish. The multiplayer, of course, was easily accessible, and players immediately began going head-to-head with new characters on new stages. Immediately after its release, Brawl's competitive scene took off. 100-man locals in Florida and Texas, Melee legends like Mewtwo King, Ken, and Azin rising to the top, and new challengers coming after them like V115, Nairo, and Ally. On top of this, in 2010, Brawl was picked up by the MLG circuit. Things were looking good, but as time went on, a divide began to form. Players who were accustomed to the speed and precision of Melee felt throttled by Brawl. An overall slower pace, infinite chain grabs, extremely low hit stun, and most infamously, characters randomly tripping, frustrated hardline smashers immensely.
What's gonna happen?
Trip into drop grab.
Wow, thank you, Sakurai.
So while many players were enthralled by the new game, taking Brawl to Apex, Genesis, and several MLG events, many others either continued playing Melee or quit playing Smash altogether. So what do gamers do when they have a game that doesn't meet their expectations, but an insatiable drive to compete? They make their own game, of course.
Ready? Go!
Born out of Brawl were a number of mods which aimed to make the game more competitive. Brawl Minus, Brawl Plus, and Balanced Brawl were all attempts to make the game more competitively viable. However, the one that trumped them all was Project M. Project M sought to improve Brawl by making it more similar to Melee, increasing game speed by reducing landing lag, reintroducing Melee mechanics like wave dashing and L cancelling, and rebalancing characters to make nearly everyone in the cast viable were huge pluses that attracted top talent to compete in the new title. Well, sort of new title. Names like Zero, Armada, Mewtwo King, and Ally were some of the best Project M players of all time, on top of their dominance in other Smash titles. Project M became so popular that even after the Brawl competitive scene dried up, PM events remained a staple of Smash tournaments for quite a while. However, due to pressure from Nintendo, being removed from Twitch's list of games, and loss of support from streaming services like VGBootCamp, many big tournaments stopped featuring Project M in order to stay legitimate. To seal the deal, the Project M development team was forced to cease operations in December 2015 due to legal issues. Still, PM continues to be played and featured at many tournaments, and is a testament to the lengths that competitors will go to play a game their way. Despite its legacy being looked upon by many as a dark spot in the Smash series, Brawl had an immense impact in spreading Smash to both casual and competitive gamers alike, and would set the stage for the next game in the series, which we'll talk about in our next video.
That's it!
Down smash, and Mika Neko sends Ally to the loser's bracket.
Thank you all for watching this video. We're about halfway through our History of Smash series, and the next installment should be coming out in another couple weeks. Make sure you drop a like on the video, comment the kind of content you'd like to see featured next, and as always, subscribe to Akshon Esports. My name's Jonah, and I'll see you next time.